My name is Reverend Canon Tom Ngirenta, born in Rukungi district. I was born 1919 February. At this, the village called Chijena. By then there was no hospital, there was no drug shops, there was no what. So I used it for sick normally. And my mother was desperate how to do with me, because a sick child lose the time. I reached at the time almost dying. That's why he called me Ngirenta. What shall I do? Because she had nothing to do. But God, eventually, God helped me to grow. I grew in the village. I was a cattle keeper. My father was a cattle keeper. I was looking after the cows with my older brother called Amos Karumana.
Did you go to school?
It took me time to go to school. My father didn't want me to go to school. We had one school, Chinyasano, junior school, which is now Makobori High School. Then late, at the age of almost 16 years, I managed to go to school through my own initiative. Started school at Chinyasano. I completed a P6. We had my uncle called Majanja, the father of late Kabonero, Kosia Kabonero. We are together in the village. We changed the place from Chijena to Chinyinya, where we found my uncle Majanja. Kabonero, Kosia Kabonero went to Chigezi High School. I will remain in the village. 1941, it is when the revival broke into Chigezi from Chigari, Gahini. I received Jesus as my personal savior. The Holy Spirit taught me in English. Started speaking English. I wrote to my brother Kosia Kabonero when he was at Chigezi High School. I wrote him a letter in English. He was wondering how I came to know English. Then after being baptized by the Holy Spirit, I was posted. The church posted him, gave me the work of lay reader. They gave me a church at Kashenyi, Church of Uganda, which is now archdeaconry and secondary. I started this church and I started a school, both. I ran both. After 6 years, 1944, with other born-again Christians, we decided to go to Zimbabwe, walking in the Mashaka, to preach the gospel. On the way, we kept singing n'umuzahi bagenzi muje tugende twabasiga. People amazed used to come, gather on the road, we preached to them up to Sembaburi. After 1 month, we went back to Turkunjiri with a lot of achievement and singing. People were happy. In 1946, I left the church. I joined Chigisi local government as clerk. They gave me the work of court clerk. After a year, was promoted to cashier. I worked at Buyanja, Ruhinda, and Bugangari. 1948, I thought I was not satisfied with cashier, with Gombora business. I was hungry for education. I could pick any paper which I found on the way, read it, find the way to education. I decided to join the police. 1949, I went to Kampala. I went by bus to Kampala. Then, 1950, in February 15th, I joined they recruited me in the police force. I worked in the police force for 4 years in Kampala as a constable. 1954, they selected me to go for a promotion course for corporal. By then we had this Bajungu, Governor Cohen. I was promoted to corporal. I was transferred to Tororo. Railway police. 1955, I went to Kenya to study railway business to prevent crime in the railways. After that, I came back to Tororo. In 1956, Bishop Bob Mbale, Asha Wilson, they called it Upper Nile. He selected me to be a member of Bishop's Council. With Yono Kosi, he was the dean. After that, 1956, also he appointed me to be a member of Church of England Men's Society. I loved Jesus. I was a devoted Christian. 1956, there was a course in Tororo for Makerere Executive Department. I became a treasurer. So it gave me a chance to be more hungry for education. I would have joined the Makerere by then, but my low education couldn't allow it. I could chase books wherever they are, read. In 1957, police selected me to go for sergeant course in Kampala. And the Bishop Upper Nile selected me to go for a priesthood work, but It was too late. They found me, I had already gone to Kampala. I continued with the police. 1950, 60, I left railway. They transferred me back to police, Kampala Central Police Station as in charge traffic officer. 1961, I was transferred from Kampala to Mbarara as District Special Branch Officer.
What was the work of Special Branch?
The work of the Special Branch is to inform the government what is happening in the village, the district, security for security purposes.
How did you find working with Special Branch?
It was a successful one because there was no interference, and I liked it. I worked it very successful. 1960, after which 1962, Queen gave me a medal, Independence Medal for independence, for my distinguished career in the police force and being honest and integrated man. 63 was transferred to Fort Portal. It is when Bakonjo had started the Renzo Ruru movement. There was a lot of disturbances, so they took me as in charge of operation. I went to Renzo, to Bondobujo, Kasheshe, Congo, on operations. I was promoted in 1967. I was promoted as sub-inspector because of my work. It prevented when Zulu was attacking the village. So I get information, I informed the army, we stopped it. Some people were arrested. 1969, I was in charge of operation for purpose visit in Uganda. I was traveling with Cardinal from Canada. From Entebbe, Kampala, we opened Namugongo. We were together. Zambia, Morago, Rubaga. Then I went back to Fort Portal. 1979, I was transferred from Fort Portal. 1976, I was promoted to rank of as superintendent of police. Then I was, during the Tanzania operation, liberation time, I was transferred to Kampala to be in charge of Uganda province.
Generally, how did you find police work?
Police work was enjoyable when you are honest. If you are not crude, you do your work honestly. Jesus told the Pharisee that police, be contented with your pay. And you civilian are also contented with what you do. If you are contented with your pay, you are honest, you do the work honestly, police is enjoyable.
Speaking of pay, what was your first payment when you first joined police?
When I went police, I got 60 shillings. It was my first salary, 600 shillings. When I was in training, when I finished, I got 120. somutwaro gumwe n'enkumi ibiri.
Was this enough for you?
No, it was not enough, but at that time it was enough because things were cheap. You could buy anything you want, and it wasn't bad to compare with this present situation in Uganda. He was not contented, but according to my education, according to my the standard of that, by that time, you be contented. If we want more, you end up in Ruzura. So, 1980, 79 October, I was coming from the town. I crossed in the bat, but it was late. I delayed with the Tanzania operations in the town. These Ugandans were enjoying their because they took over the government. I joined them in town. We remained there talking, conversing. Then at 11, I left them in the town on a Bombo Road. I crossed to, I was sleeping at Makerere area. When I reached in Bath Valley, somebody called me, Tom. I turned, I looked around, I couldn't find anybody. Then I moved again. Then the voice came, Tom, I want to make you a fisherman. A fisherman? At my age, I was almost 50 years. Then I went home. At night, the same voice came, Tom, read Romans chapter 10, verse 14, and Mark chapter 1, verse 17. It's saying, he called the Petero and Johanna that, follow me, I will make you the fish of the men. In the morning, after reading the Bible, I went, I told the Inspector General that I'm resigning from the police. I'm going to work for God. Because God is calling me. He allowed me. I put my application for resignation. 1980, I left police. In October, I came here. But during that time, 1979, 78, I had come to know President Museveni. He was a liberator through a friend. Also, he came to know me because of my work, the nature of the work. He took interest in me. It is by 1980, it was during the time of election in Uganda. He followed me here. He came here. The first meeting he held there at that tree. After going in the bush, Army came, attacked me looking for Museveni, took everything in my home. I had a home behind this house. So I was forced to go to exile at Congo, where I stayed for 6 years. In Congo, I joined African Inland Church in Congo. These American churches. I was as a pastor. Through there I went to Kenya. It was a time of Museveni revolutions till I came back. I find already the liberators, Museveni's liberators already captured the area. So, came back. My family suffered a lot. I had 8 children, left the school. My wife had nothing to put on. She was going, the priest out, going naked. We had no blanket. She had nowhere to sleep. They used to come sleep here. During the daytime, they stay here. During the night time, they go in the bush. They suffered miserable for these 6 years. When I came, my wife fell sick. It was a miracle for 1 year. Then God, but I went back to Church of Uganda, 1980, 98. I joined the Charismatic Episcopal Church, a church from America. I became a priest, serving God and what?
And police.
To be sincere and to be open, to be a servant of God is the most valuable than being a servant in the government. God is the head of everything. God is God. You can't compare God with other things. So I find it, my time serving God was more important than when I was in the government. Government is good. You serve your country, serve your people. Also the church is the same. You serve the people, you serve your country. You must have courage to aim high. Don't see sides. If you are a driver, you stick, see your head. Don't see side. You get an accident. Don't involve in earthly problems. Be honest on your work. Mostly. Love God. Seek God, God will seek you. God told Israel, the children of Israel, love me, I will love you. Have courage. Moses told Israel, have courage. Follow God.
Does this also have anything to do with your diet?
What diet?
Yeah.
Well, that is also it is needed. 1995, I went to Israel, study tour. I met many people from all over the world. They could ask me, they see me my age, they see what, I was alone. They ask me, what are you eating in Africa to live longer? Mainly culture food. This millet, beans, vegetables, small meats. Not beer. Don't drink. Don't involve in drinking. Don't involve in business of women. Don't involve in earthly things. Then you can live happily. People are wondering why I have lived up so long. I had a heart problem, but God saved me. I had a battery here. Yes, I'm married. I have 9 children. All are grown, all educated. I have 5 children. 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 with the degrees. Some have a diploma. But unfortunately, they have no work.
How did you manage to educate them with that little police salary?
By then, I had a little cows here, small cows. And my wife, we could dig, work, sell things, get money from cows. We pay for school fees. Some are feel it was late to go to university because of school, of the money. I had one in the army, a girl. My daughter joined the army during the liberation. But after 5 years, for misfortune, died when he was a lieutenant. But I had no one in the police. I could like it. I like the police. But if you police of what time and we compare police of this time, it's a difference. It's a lot of difference.
What is the difference? What makes the two different?
We had no land. The land was scarce. 1959, I decided to come this way. My wife comes from Uganda. So when I was visiting here, I was in Kampala by then. When we came here, I thought it was necessary. There was empty land here. I came and I got land here.
You get your benefits?
Yes, I got my benefits because I was to my age. It was remaining just a few years to finish. I'm a pensioner, but with a few coins more.
Are you earning your pension?
I'm a pensioner.
Pensioner. So you're earning your pension. Are you satisfied with it?
You can't be satisfied. Even you people who are working in the government are not satisfied, my person. You hear people are stealing the government because they are not satisfied with their salaries.
Do you think there is something government can do for you?
Yes, it could. Because support aged people, elderly people. Government should come forward with a policy to support elderly people. This it has started in Eastern, North, and other parts. This is 250,000 shillings. It is not enough. You can't give them just a mitwari. It can't help a person, aged person. At my age, no, at least, should be given at least 200,000 aged person. Government must have a policy support aged people, because they suffer a lot. They suffer.
During your service as a man of God, do you have any free time, and what do you do with that free time? Do you have free time in your life, and what do you do with it?
Reading. I have a lot of books here. I'm a good reader. Write outside. I get books. I'm a good reader. I have about 5,000 books in my house. I read all of them. Through a book to a book, through a book to a book. I like a region.
That is the other side.